Hollywood has been shaken by news that one of its most admired couples, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, are going their separate ways after nearly 2 decades of marriage. What might sound shocking to the wider public, however, wasn't entirely a surprise to those closest to the pair. People magazine confirmed the separation on September 29, 2025, just 3 months after the couple celebrated what should have been a milestone, their 19th wedding anniversary. Kidman, now 58, and Urban, 57, have been considered one of Hollywood's strongest duos, admired not only for their professional success, but also for their seemingly unshakable personal bond. But according to insiders, the cracks had been there for some time. A source close to the family revealed that it really hasn't been a secret that the actress and the country music star had been living separately for a while now. Friends in Urban's circle even described the split as inevitable, a word that suggests the relationship may have been under strain for much longer than the public realized. A look back at their journey. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's story began in 2005, when they first met, and by 2006, the two were married in a heartfelt ceremony in Sydney, Australia. Over the years, their marriage became an inspiration for many, partly because they managed to balance 2 incredibly demanding careers while also raising their daughters, Sunday Rose, now 17, and Faith Margaret, 14. Their love story often played out in the public eye through sweet social media posts, heartfelt interviews, and affectionate appearances on red carpets. But as much as fans saw the romance, they rarely saw the private struggles. Their last public appearance together, the couple's final public sighting, came in June 2025, when they attended the FIFA Club World Cup match in Nashville, watching Los Angeles Football Club face off against Esperance de Tunis. Just days later, Nicole Kidman marked their June 25th wedding anniversary with an emotional black and white photo on Instagram, captioned, "Happy anniversary, baby, at Keith Urban." That moment, which now feels bittersweet, hinted at an ongoing effort by Kidman to keep the marriage alive. Sources say she didn't want this and had been fighting to preserve their relationship. In fact, her family, particularly her sister Antonia, has been described as her rock during this period of transition. A summer apart. What might have contributed to the widening distance between them is their incredibly busy professional schedules. Kidman recently wrapped filming Practical Magic 2 in London, a long-anticipated sequel to her beloved 1998 film. Meanwhile, Keith Urban has been immersed in his High and Alive world tour, with a packed performance calendar that continues into October, including an upcoming concert in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Balancing 2 global careers while maintaining a strong family unit is a challenge most people can hardly imagine. For Kidman and Urban, who often spoke about prioritizing their family, these competing schedules may have been one of the biggest hurdles. A love once celebrated? Back in 2018, Nicole Kidman shared with People the secret she and Urban relied on to nurture their marriage. She spoke about the idea of the us, a partnership they built together, something only they could define. "When you make an us, it's yours together," she explained. "Nobody else has that. It's just between the 2 of you." And just last year, in April 2024, Keith Urban openly praised his wife at the 49th AFI Life Achievement Award Gala, where Kidman was honored for her career. In an emotional tribute, Urban spoke of her heart and her spirit, describing the moment he met her as being like meeting a real-life princess. He even recalled the nerves he felt when he first asked for her phone number, confessing how he finally mustered the courage to call her. These moments of affection and admiration remind us that theirs was not a superficial Hollywood romance. It was a deeply personal bond, built on love, admiration, and shared life experiences, which makes the separation all the more poignant. What comes next? For now, representatives for both Kidman and Urban have chosen not to comment publicly on the split. Their focus appears to be on family and maintaining stability for their teenage daughters, who are at crucial stages in their own lives. But for Hollywood and for fans across the globe, this separation marks the end of an era. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's marriage was often seen as proof that love could thrive even under the glare of international fame. And while the public is only just beginning to absorb the news, those who know them best suggest that this was not an overnight decision. It was a long journey, with many attempts to hold things together before they finally chose to walk separate paths. As the dust settles on the announcement of Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's separation, attention has naturally shifted to what lies ahead, both for them as individuals and as a family navigating this major life change. The family at the center. At the heart of this story are their two daughters, Sunday Rose, now 17, and Faith Margaret, 14. Growing up in the spotlight, these young women have witnessed their parents balance immense careers with family life. Sources close to Kidman say her priority is and always has been her children. Despite the heartbreak of a separation, she is determined to create stability and provide emotional grounding during this transitional time. Family support has played a key role too. Nicole's sister, Antonia Kidman, has reportedly been her anchor, offering strength and guidance as Nicole works through the challenges of ending a marriage she once fought so hard to preserve. The Kidman family as a whole has rallied together, underscoring how important unity is when life takes unexpected turns. Hollywood reacts. In Hollywood, where relationships often struggle under the pressure of fame, Nicole and Keith's nearly two-decade-long partnership stood out as a rare example of longevity. The announcement of their split has sparked widespread reaction, not just from fans, but from colleagues who admired the couple's ability to remain grounded despite their A-list status. Industry insiders point out that Kidman and Urban always seemed to balance fame with humility. Nicole, an Academy Award-winning actress, continued to challenge herself with diverse roles, while Keith, a global country music superstar, often spoke about how family gave meaning to his career. Their union symbolized hope for many, which is why the news of separation feels so deeply personal for their admirers. Busy careers, separate paths. Looking ahead, both stars have packed professional calendars. Nicole has just wrapped Practical Magic 2 in London, a project that has been generating excitement for fans of the original film. She is also expected to continue taking on new, challenging roles that showcase her versatility and cement her reputation as one of the finest actresses of her generation. Keith Urban, meanwhile, is in the middle of his High and Alive world tour, drawing thousands of fans to sold-out arenas. His next major performance is set for October 2nd in Hershey, Pennsylvania, a date that underscores just how relentless his schedule remains. While the couple may no longer be walking side by side in their personal lives, their professional journeys are far from slowing down. Even as fans come to terms with this new reality, it's important to acknowledge the legacy of their relationship. Time and again, Nicole and Keith spoke about the value of mutual respect, support, and love. Their interviews over the years weren't just about Hollywood glamour. They offered genuine glimpses into the challenges and rewards of building a life together. In a world where celebrity marriages often fade quickly, 19 years is no small feat. Their story has been filled with chapters of joy, resilience, and shared milestones. The separation doesn't erase those memories. Instead, it reminds us that even the strongest bonds sometimes reach a natural conclusion. What comes next for Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban is a question many fans are asking. While neither has made an official statement beyond what was confirmed, it seems both are approaching this moment with dignity and care, putting family first while continuing to pursue their passions. For Hollywood, this marks the end of one of its most admired love stories. But for Nicole and Keith, it is the beginning of a new chapter, one that may be written separately, but with a shared commitment to the family they built together. The news may feel surprising to the world, but those close to the couple emphasize that this was a thoughtful decision made over time. Their story, while no longer defined by marriage, will still be remembered as one of love, devotion, and resilience. And so, while Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban may now be traveling different roads, the respect and affection that once brought them together will likely continue to echo in their careers, in their family life, and in the hearts of the millions who have followed their journey for nearly 2 decades.